September 11th, 2001, a day etched into history. The world watched in horror as the Twin Towers crumbled, the Pentagon burned, and Flight 93 vanished into a Pennsylvania field. But in the aftermath of tragedy, questions emerged, questions that refused to die. Today, we explore the top 10 most controversial conspiracy theories surrounding 9/11. Theories that challenge the official narrative, stir debate, and continue to divide opinion more than 2 decades later. Whether you believe them or not, these theories have shaped public discourse and fueled endless speculation. Let's dive into the shadows of one of the most pivotal events of our time. Controlled demolition of the Twin Towers. Many believe the towers didn't collapse from jet fuel and impact alone, but from pre-planted explosives. Supporters cite the speed and symmetry of the collapse, the presence of molten metal, and reports of explosions before the buildings fell. Architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth argue that only a controlled demolition could explain the near freefall collapse. Critics say the fires weakened the steel structure, causing a pancake effect. But the demolition theory remains one of the most persistent. The mystery of Building 7. World Trade Center 7 wasn't hit by a plane, yet it collapsed hours later. The official explanation: fire-induced structural failure. Conspiracy theorists say it was a classic demolition, pointing to its sudden, symmetrical fall. Even skeptics of other theories find Building 7 suspicious. Why did it fall so neatly? And why was it barely mentioned in the media? The Pentagon strike, plane or missile? Flight 77 allegedly hit the Pentagon. But some claim the damage doesn't match a commercial jet crash. The hole was too small, debris too scarce, and surveillance footage limited. Some suggest a missile or drone was used instead. The government released a few frames of video, but they raised more questions than answers. Foreknowledge and stand-down orders. Did officials know the attacks were coming? Some claim NORAD was ordered to stand down, allowing the hijackings to proceed. Others point to insider trading on airline stocks days before the attacks. The 9/11 Commission found no evidence of foreknowledge, but skeptics aren't convinced. Let it happen. Theory. A softer version of the inside job theory, that the government didn't orchestrate 9/11, but allowed it to happen. The motive: justify war in the Middle East, expand surveillance, and pass the Patriot Act. Critics say this theory is speculative. Supporters argue that ignoring warnings and failing to act amounts to complicity. Hijackers still alive? Several alleged hijackers were later reported alive in other countries. Saudi officials claimed mistaken identity. Conspiracy theorists say this proves the hijackers were patsies, or that the real perpetrators remain unknown. The FBI revised its list, but doubts linger. Remote-controlled planes. Could the planes have been flown remotely? Some claim advanced tech allowed outside control of the aircraft. They cite military patents and the precision of the impacts. Pilots and aviation experts largely reject this theory, but it remains popular in fringe circles. Thermite evidence. Thermite is a compound that burns hot enough to melt steel. Some researchers claim to have found traces of thermitic material in the WTC dust. If true, it would support the demolition theory. Critics argue the samples were contaminated or misinterpreted. The debate over thermite continues to rage. Insider profiteering. In the days before 9/11, unusual stock trades were made, especially on American Airlines and United Airlines. Some investors made millions betting the stocks would fall. The SEC investigated and found no link to the attacks, but conspiracy theorists believe someone knew and cashed in. The inside job theory. The most extreme theory, that 9/11 was orchestrated by elements within the US government. The goal: launch wars, reshape foreign policy, and expand domestic control. Supporters cite Project for the New American Century, which called for a new Pearl Harbor. Critics call it offensive and unfounded, but the theory remains central to the 9/11 Truth movement. Whether you believe these theories or not, one thing is clear: 9/11 changed the world, and the questions it raised haven't gone away. In the search for truth, we must balance skepticism with evidence and curiosity with compassion. Because behind every theory are real lives, real loss, and a legacy that still echoes today.